Hello, my name is Habibah Karyam Puspawati. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan tentang pragmatik, tentang reference and inference. Reference menurut George Yule, reference age in which a speaker or writer uses linguistic form to enable a listener or reader to identify something words don't refer people do. And the linguistic form are linguistik itu terbagi menjadi 5. Yang pertama adalah referring expression, terdiri dari proper noun. Proper noun itu sendiri mempunyai contoh, yaitu how I. Yang kedua adalah noun phrase, contohnya bisa kayak seperti a beautiful place. Yang ketiga adalah identified, contohnya a tree. Dan yang keempat pronouns, seperti he, she, it. Dari Yule sendiri, reference expression itu adalah it's important to recognize that not all referring expression have identifiable physical reference. Indefinite noun phrases can be used to identify a physical present entity, but they can also be used to describe entities that are assumed to exist but are unknown, or entities that, as far as we know, do not exist. Dan yang kedua adalah, ini masih mengenai tentang referring expression, yaitu the key to making sense of reference is that pragmatic process whereby speakers select linguistic expression with the intention of identifying certain entities and with the assumption that listeners will collaborate and interpret those expressions as the speaker's instinct. And success reference is necessarily collaborate, share knowledge. It allows you to make sense of the following sentence. Di sini ada contohnya, seperti my rolling stone is missing. Dan yang kedua adalah referential and attribute use. Yang dimaksud dengan referential and attribute use itu sama dengan at a referring expression have identifiable physical reference, indefinite noun phrase can refer to. Dan di sini referential attribute use ini mempunyai contoh juga. Salah satu dari contoh ini ada physical present entity. Itu kalimatnya bisa seperti kayak there men waiting for you. Yang kedua, unknown entity assume the exit. Itu contohnya he wants to marry a woman with lots of money. Dan yang ketiga adalah an entity that does not exist. We'd like to sign a 9-foot tall basketball player. Di sini juga bisa dijelaskan maksudnya dari referential attribute use itu. Referential attribute use itu juga bisa disebut dengan attribute use meaning, yang meaningnya adalah whoever or whatever fits the description. It would be distinct from a referential use whereby I actually have a person in mind and instead of using her name or another description. Dan Yang ketiga adalah name and reference. Name and reference ini adalah conversation between all members of a cultural language community, collaboration of the intention to identify and the recognition of intention. Di sini disebutkan juga menurut Shakespeare seperti I does not refer only to a specific person. Itu contohnya kayak bisa juga kayak can I borrow your Shakespeare? Yeah, it is over there on the table gitu. Terus yang kedua ini confrontational set of identities. Contohnya bisa Shakespeare takes up the whole bottom self. We're going to see Shakespeare in London, and I had Shakespeare at school. Contoh dan yang ketiga adalah the cheese sandwich sitting. Itu contohnya bisa seperti where's the cheese sandwich sitting? He's over there by the window. Gitu. Pragmatic connection between proper names and objective conventionally associate within a socio-cultural definite community. Jadi juga bisa disebut sebagai pragmatic connection between proper names and objective conventionally associated within a socio-culturally definite community. Selanjutnya ada the role of context. Yang dimasuk dengan konteks ini beda dengan konteks, itu beda dengan konteks. Konteks sendiri is a linguistic material surrounding the referring expression you use here it. Dan pengertian dari konteks sendiri is a specifically environment like the local knowledge or local social convention. Di sini saya jelasin sedikit tentang konteks. Konteks ini berbicara seperti limits. Maksudnya limits itu the possible interpretation of a referring expression for you as a listener with context. You know that it doesn't refer to a game or a mathematical formula, but you know that it stands for the topic. Dan konteks sendiri ini spesifiknya adalah every moment like the local knowledge or local social convention. Konteks sendiri itu you are in influencer, the reference you use and how you infer as a listener. Di sini juga dijelaskan konteks itu mengidentifikasi tentang non-phrase juga. Salah satunya identified non-phrase can be used to describe a physically present reference like there's a book on the table, or they can be used to identify a reference that it assumed to exist as he wants to marry a woman with lots of money. Furthermore, they can be used to describe entities that they, as far as we know, do not exist. I want to see a fairy one day. Itu salah satu contohnya juga. If we take a closer look at the example, he wants to marry a woman with lots of money. Depending on referring expression, it can be an attribute of use or a referential use if the entity which mean the woman is only no, but it is described properties the referring expression is attribute. Itu pengertian dan contoh soal teks dan konteks. Dan selanjutnya adalah unapproached reference. The definite noun phrase and the pronouns are example. The subsequent reference to already introduced reference, general, known as unapproached pro-rich reference. In technical terms, the second of subsequent expression is a anaphora, and the initial expression is the antecedent. Initial reference is often indefinite. The man, for example, the man, the cat, the woman. Subsequent reference with definite NPAs, like the man, the cat, the woman, are pronouns it, he, she. And as with other types of reference, the connection between reference and anaphora may not always be direct. And the example in complaint about the anaphoric reference, I was waiting for the bus, but he just drove by without stopping. And the example of anaphor, can I borrow your dictionary? Yeah, it is on the table. Keywords is refers back to the word dictionary. The previous word dictionary is called the antecedents, and the second word it is called the unapphor or anaphoric expression. Terima kasih. Itu tadi pengertian dan contoh-contoh tentang materi reference and inference in pragmatic dari saya. Terima kasih banyak.